Shout out to Big Bongino,
That's right.
the new FBI director.
Yeah.
Let's do a reaction to his talking about it on Rumble. He said help is on the way. So
All right,
I want to
let's
see.
go.
I want to see.
Let's go.
Y'all know we've been on Bongino since a couple years, and
Yeah.
this is a surprise, but it's not a surprise because I was hoping this came, and it did happen this way.
I want to play this for you first because the Bongino army out there and all of our supporters, you guys and ladies out there have been amazing. And one of you sent this to me, and a friend of mine sent it to me as well. And I gave this speech at the Heritage Foundation 11 years ago. And it was about good people stepping up. Not just me. It's not about me. It's about a bigger vision. I want you to listen. It's about a minute and a half of it, but it's worth your time. Check this out.
We can fix it, though, folks, and I think it's going to take some good, passionate people going forward. And I think it's going to take more people to speak out. I think right now there's a crisis of internal leadership. I think people during a recession are afraid to leave, but I speak to people all the time on my cell phone on the inside who are just as frustrated as I am.
Dan looked like Alex Murphy, RoboCop.
Wow, look how young he was.
Like all this right here, just
Stop it. I know.
And then helmet.
Of course you would have to point that out.
Head and helmet.
Whether from the military or anywhere else. And I think it's going to take just a tidal wave of people speaking out to really create some effective change.
This is really hard for me, folks. I hope you understand. We spent a long time building this. Me, my wife, Guy, Michael, Justin, Jasmine, Evita. My wife and I started doing this show, and it started in a basement. It was me, Joe, and Paula. That was it. We started doing the show, and Paula was putting together show clips for me. We never expected it to become this massive live stream and podcast and radio show. We never expected it. I knew you guys were going to be there for us. So to walk away from it.
Wow, I know.
Wow. Yeah, because he is going to have to step away, right?
Yeah,
To
Trump
do his duties.
mentioned that.
Really? Wait, you know about this?
Yeah, it's not easy.
But I never saw the clip.
And getting like money and all that other crap, that doesn't gives a damn about any of that stuff. We'll figure that out later, but I'm not going to tell you as an audience what's been one of our just bedrock principles of this Bongino army out there and this people, this massive audience we've had. What's one of the bedrock principles, right? The do matters. We've talked about the do. You can talk all you want. I tell you all the time, I don't feel like I have a real job. I don't feel like, I feel like you guys are the ones out there getting your hands dirty. The truckers, the cops, the pilots, the architects, the men and women in our military. I appreciate everything, but if the do matters, I'm not going to sit here as a commentator, talking head, whatever dopey title we have. I'm not going to sit here and tell you the do matters and then sit on my ass when an opportunity comes to do the right thing and not only talk about everything we wanted to change, but actually change it. There are a lot of people listening today. And I hope you understand that. I want to address something too. I know, New York Times and others, of course, are all of the attack pieces start already, which is fascinating from these two who were on the wrong side of the truth when it came to the collusion hoax and others. I don't think they understand what it's like to commit to service, not partisan service, but service. I get it if you are a political opponent of mine that has been involved with proudly celebrating a weaponized justice system, how you don't understand how a guy like me who discusses partisan content in an opinion show can go and do a unquestionably nonpartisan job. I'm going to ask you a simple question. Have you seen what I did before I came here? I'm committed to service. People play different roles in their lives. People are dads. People are soccer coaches. People are cops and military officers and military enlisted people. People are carpenters. People are plumbers. We play different.
So this is like his farewell.
It
pretty
is
much.
basically bye-bye.
Okay, yeah. No, I didn't know he did a video, but I remember Trump. You know, when they announced his position, and you heard Trump mention it, he was, he was really happy about it and said that he was going to be, having to step down.
Right.
And I was thinking, oh, maybe he can do both, but it would definitely be a conflict of interest.
It didn't dawn on me that he was not doing both until just now. And you were like, oh, I heard that. I didn't know that this was, he's going to have to step the show down because because he runs his show regularly.
But he'll be privy to really sensitive information, and he won't be able to discuss some of that information with us. A lot of times he was discussing information, but he didn't have any ties where he was bound by ethics or anything like that, contracts. So he was able to, share
Talk
certain
about
things,
But how much you think they probably paying for that role?
I don't know.
Probably about 200 up. Probably more.
I don't know.
The FBI director.
More than, deputy.
FBI deputy director.
Mm-hmm. So that's like a principal and assistant principal, pretty much.
Hold on 1 second.
Child. But I'm happy for him. I am. I really feel like that fits him perfectly. Look at all the fights that he's been putting out there. Well, not fights, but he's been fighting for us to get the information so we can make decisions based off of truth and facts. And
between 140 and 200,000.
That's still good.
Yeah.
And who knows? That's just what ChatGPT says. We don't know what his contract gonna say.
True.
I think it's gonna be fair to his level of knowledge, expertise, and I don't know. Would it be a sign-on bonus? I don't know, but I just hope he is definitely compensated extremely well.
Yeah.
And I know it's not over yet, but I feel sad too in a way because we won't have the same access to him that we had in the past.
True.
Different roles in our life, and each one requires a different skill set.
Mm-hmm.
I've been there. I know what this is like. And it's time for me to step up. Folks, I have to thank my family first, though. Most of you know Paula. Paula's been with me a long time. Folks, we met, I don't know if you know the story. It's certainly not my autobiography today, but we met just a couple of weeks before 9/11.
Wow.
I mean, an actual couple of weeks, like 2 weeks before 9/11. My second date hadn't even happened with Paula, and she worked at 120 Broadway, which is the building that looks right into the World Trade Center right there. She worked for a company at the time called SIA. The 9/11 attacks happened. I had only been on one date with her. We barely knew each other, but I knew I was in love. So I
Propose on the next
called
date.
her, and she didn't answer the phone. I thought she was dead.
Oh,
I did.
man.
I
Wow.
panicked. I thought she was dead. I couldn't believe it. I said, I just met this woman.
Wow.
Well, it turned out we'd just been on one date, and she was actually in Nevada. Her mom lived in Centennial Hills in Nevada, actually Summerlin, I think, back then. And she was out in Nevada. I couldn't believe she was alive. But we met 2 weeks before the most devastating terror attack, one of them in American history. That was an event we all scarred us forever. I was an agent watching that. We've been through a lot together. We've been through the Secret Service. We've been through the President's detail. We've been through cancer. We've been through some health crises with her. We have two beautiful daughters, one in college and one younger one still in grammar school. We've been through 3 runs for political office. We've been through the launch of a podcast 11 years ago, and everybody laughed at us. They're not laughing now. They did. They actually laughed at us. Oh, podcast? That's cute. What happened? Can't get a real show? We lived through all of that. We spent our last $10,000 on a microphone and some mixers in the basement of our house in Maryland.
Oh, is that where he is? I assume so.
Well, look at you now.
Paul has always been willing to take a chance on me.
How many millions of followers later?
Right.
She said on her first date that she knew I was something special, which I didn't think I was anything special back then. But I guess she did. She's been busting her ass all weekend. Why? Because there's going to be a major transition. Mm-hmm. It's not going to be the last show, but we've only got a few more left with you. So obviously we're going to be working with a team of people to make this transition from me, political commentator Dan, to deputy director of the FBI Dan. Those are different roles, require different skills.
FBI director
skills
Dan.
I have and have used before, and I plan to use again.
Go. Ooh.
It's going to hurt to leave you.
Big thing.
I'll discuss over the course of the coming days. I'll be with you
Absolutely.
a little bit longer on radio and on my show.
Okay.
I will discuss exactly what's going to happen. It's not going to impact Vita or Haley's content at all. My wife has been running the business for a long time. I don't get involved with the business at all. I do the talking. But I want to ask you, who's next? Who's next? This isn't just about me, folks. The do matter.
You're not a child. You're a man. So stop wearing
Come on, get out of here,
layers
Ant.
to go outside
I was like,
and
what
get
is
the bearskin
this?
Who's next? You know, I said last week, and a couple of media critics commented, I said, we're all going to have to take it on the chin a little bit. Now, do you see what I meant? I never got in this for the money or notoriety. Listen, I enjoy making money and that I can impact people's lives and that people come out and say nice things to me as much as the next guy. But if you think that's why I got involved in this, running as a Republican in deep blue Maryland, my life of activism and my time in the Secret Service, if you think I get into the Secret Service to get rich, and you don't know me and you haven't seen the government salary scale. But I am going in this clear-eyed.
So saying that to say he probably doing more off, you know, not with the government privately. Then probably he was like, y'all, he was like, I ain't doing it, ain't per million. Y'all seen the pay? That's a big job for only $200,000.
Right, but I mean, so you think when you think he's making on this podcast? Way more than that.
Probably that or more.
A month.
Probably probably something big. Probably I think he's got other stuff going too, so businesses too, so.
Well, with that, I'm sure there's going to be, you know, insurance. You know, you get the whole package.
Yeah.
It's like a package with benefits.
Dan, you better not go in there with the income you get and come out with $70 million.
Stop it. But anyway, I mean, if he did, I would feel like it would be legit.
Vision of President Trump, Attorney General Bondi, and Director Patel. I am going to do my job to implement that vision. And I can tell you right now, we are going to try our best. Every single thing I have in me, every single strand of DNA cell in my body is going to be dedicated towards keeping this homeland safe, no matter what. No matter what, that's my job. We're going to reestablish faith in this institution. The good people there doing their job, hitting the streets, developing sources. We'll have your back. We are going to reestablish faith in this institution. The FBI belongs to the American people. Doesn't belong to me. Doesn't belong to anyone else but the American people. But this is the honor of a lifetime.
Yes, it is.
And it's a serious mission.
That's right.
And I plan on implementing that vision.
Let's go.
Folks, there are a small number of people out there in the country right now dedicated to doing really bad things. It's not the overwhelming majority of Americans are patriots that love this country and love their family, they love their jobs. They go to work every day, but there are a small number of really bad people out there who are planning on really bad things.
Yeah.
From terrorists to narco traffickers, child sex rings, gang members. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to rest easy until we find as many of you as we can. Don't sleep. No, after today. But that's my mission. Folks, of course, the Constitution matters. We're going to get back to the four corners of that document that guide us all as well. And I think you know from my history of covering content here that the primacy of that is really important. You understand that? It is the one thing that dictates all the rest of your actions, and that's the Constitution. Again, regarding the show, folks, going forward, I will tell you how we're going to wind my portion of the show down. And I'm just going to leave you with this before I get to some other content. And we've got a couple more. We've got some shows for you lined up. So I actually put a show together, even though it's been harder than I thought.
Wow.
I didn't plan on this. I didn't plan on a lot of things. But I want you to know it is the honor of my lifetime. And
That's
I hope
great. That's
I'm
great.
making a plea to you all personally. I hope you're not angry or upset at me for making this decision.
You got to do what
Not
you got
at
to do.
all.
I knew it was the right thing to do, but there is a big cost, and I understand that.
That fits you.
There's a chance when the mission's over that
That fits you.
you guys all disappear and go somewhere else. I'm not going to lie to you, it's been on my mind for a long time. I hope not. I love you guys.
I doubt
but
it.
This is a mission I can't say no to.
That's right. You better not. You better not. You better not. This is a blessing. You can do it.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm just getting excited. Yee.
JL Subs. Holy moly, Batman. We're so proud of you.
That's right. This is outstanding.
Dan. I love you guys. I woke up this morning, I jumped in that cold plunge to kind of clear my head a little bit. And I got out of it. And I have to tell you, folks, this is very surreal. What an honor. What an honor. So that was a clip from the Dan Bongino show. You can watch the full show on...
Man, that's so good. When I saw it, I was like, yeah. That was absolutely great.
so that was definitely the farewell speech.
He deserves it, man. If anyone deserves a position, it's him. Just based off his level of content, he's already have experience working for the FBI. So it's not like, it's going to be a completely, new way of how things move. Except this time it's going to be, everything is going to be dotted and crossed and,
Remember we talked about this about 2 years ago, maybe 2 years ago. We said if Trump gets,
He sure did.
If Trump becomes president, will they bring him on?
That's
to
right.
FBI? And
We
look,
sure did. I remember.
and that's exactly
Lo
what
and
finally
behold.
happened.
Wow. Well, that's good. Congratulations, Dan. We are happy for you.
Yes.
That role fits you. It's going to be a great, experience, and just to add, even more expertise to the expertise you already have. We can definitely benefit as a country. We already know you're in it with our best interest at heart. So I'm happy for him.
Amen. That's
We here for the long
said
haul.
it all. Yeah.
Yeah, we're here for the long haul. People are true, genuine. They want change. They doing it from a pure place. We down for the long haul. At least I know I am.
With that note, it's the thriving year, man. Y'all know what it is.
That's right. 2025.
Smash that like button.
See you in the next video.